The very first lines of the article read, "Imagine you were just elected President of the United States. During one of your first classified briefings, you learn that the U.S. military has recovered advanced extraterrestrial technology. You are told we've made only modest headway in understanding how this technology works, where it is from, or why these intelligently controlled machines are here. What would you do in that circumstance?" One can't help but wonder at the juxtaposition of the date, November 22nd, with the first line, "Imagine you were just elected President of the United States." And the subject matter is flying saucers. I imagine that Chris Mellon did not plan it that way, but let's assume that some weird force in the world stage-managed this little nexus of themes for our sake. Because later on in the same article he writes, "Thankfully, what began as a military competition with the Soviet Union eventually turned into a collaborative space exploration effort involving the Russians and many other nations." That was the point of one of the last national security memoranda composed by President Kennedy, dated November 12, 1963, and entitled Cooperation with the USSR on Outer Space Matters. It was addressed to NASA's administrator, asking for broader cooperation between the United States and the USSR in outer space. Some of the more conspiracy-minded ufologists believe this initiative by Kennedy might have contributed to his assassination, because cooperating with the Soviets on outer space matters implies we would share information on UFOs, and that would have made us vulnerable, because it would have put Russia at a strategic advantage, especially if they were not so forthcoming themselves.